Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already done so, click that subscribe button, the like button, share, comment. It really does help out the channel with everything. Uh, with that, let's get started on this. So, in my previous videos, I mentioned that there's a chance that uh, Six Flags is going to probably save as many coasters from Six Flags America, like Superman, Ride of Steel, Batman, Joker's Jinx, can't remember the other one, and Raging Cajun. Well, I want to kind of back away from those with the exception of maybe one, and that's going to be Raging Cajun. Uh, Raging Cajun is more like a portable family spinning coaster. It can be relocated real easy. Won't take much. They can place it inside the Nightmare Mine. Uh, the rest of them, I'm gonna say that they're, with the exception of the wooden coasters, I'm not gonna be safe. Uh, let's just say right now, none of the other rides are gonna be saved. They may scrap them to bring in the money to pay off their debt that they owe. But when I got to looking around at the southern parks, um, for example, Fiesta Texas, with Dr. Diabolical, let me get that right, Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, which is a B&M Dive Coaster. It's a smaller version. I would assume it's a smaller version. It's not very long. It's in a compact area that Jeffrey Siebert had had it all designed to fit in this small section of Fiesta Texas. Now, if you look at one other thing that I really got to looking at today was how the size of uh, Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger is. Uh, it's in a small section, and if you look at uh, all this area right here of Frontier City, where the amphitheater sits, the part of the blacktop, and all that grassy looking area, and those buildings right here. Now, they only use that section for Fright Fest, which is October, and it's Saturday and Sundays during the month of October. Uh, Now, I got the Google Maps and aerial as close as possible to how well that one ride would fit in that section alone without having to deal with anything with the boneyard or undeveloped land. That ride would fit perfect in this area where I've got it outlined at, from uh, the cliffhanger. I'm gonna just call it cliffhanger instead of saying the whole word. From the cliffhanger at Fiesta Texas, the the ride will fit perfect in this area. They can take them buildings out, and they can use the amphitheater that they don't use hardly anymore, and that whole back section with the pathway to the stage, and use all that area back there for Fright Fest, uh, and of course the Nightmare Mine building if they're not going to put any kind of ride in there. Now, I do not know the price tag on what Fiesta Texas paid for on the B&M Dive Coaster, but I'm sure it's probably 15 to $20 million, maybe $20 million or higher. Uh, from what I kind of gathered around at all these smaller versions of the B&M dive coasters, they run about $20 million. Now, we already know that the Olympics are coming in 2028. Uh, uh, the park's 70th anniversary is in 2028, and these two flat rides, the Sky Screamer, which we know where that's probably going to fit because that's too new of a ride. That's going to fit right over there where the eruption pad sits. And uh, the Zamperla Giant Discovery can, my guess is if they bring it here, which they may not, they may send it to another park. If they bring it here, the only place inside the park itself that it can fit would one be they put the Discovery inside where the eruption pad is at, right there in that area, and put the Skyscraper over where the old tumbleweed used to sit in this one grassy area. Because it's not even going to affect the train or the pathways because it when it gets up about 20 feet in the air, then it starts its spin cycle. The only down thing to that is that everybody says it'll block the Grand Centennial Ferris wheel. Well, so did the eruption. When it was over there, it basically blocked the view of it. So either way, uh, I just want to get this out and see what your thoughts are on the 70th anniversary. Because the 50th anniversary was Steel Lasso, and that was back in 2008, and that cost the park a little over $4 million, and that was brand spanking new. Now, the 70th anniversary, seeing how Richard Zimmerman and the Cedar Fair management loves to work with B&M, we could have a smaller version of the B&M Dive Coaster, which I know everyone says Six Flags ain't going to do this, Six Flags ain't going to do that with this park. We don't know what they're going to do, to be honest with you. I'm just saying this is what I would like to see, and I just can't see another ride that won't fit there other than a compact coaster, which to me will not. These other coasters that I'm looking at, I can't. They're too short and they won't draw enough uh, guests into the park. And with being a dive coaster, and if they spend the $20 million, if they can get that much, if they haven't already, because we still don't even know what the park is working with Six Flags about how much funding that they're going to receive from Six Flags. That right there, what I just showed you, would be a perfect fit. It will not interfere with the train. Now, I may have brought the outline of the aerial view, the black markers right there on the track itself, which that's just an example of how close they can get, and it's not going to intervene or interfere with the Diamondback either, and it won't even interfere with the Winged Warrior. So that's my take on it. Let's see. With that, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one a little short. Uh, Thank you everyone for your subscription. Uh, and before I let you go. Go Thunder. They're back in the Western Conference Finals today. And then on Wednesday, the Dallas Stars are back in the NHL Western Conference Finals. So Oklahoma City and Dallas are they're going to be rocking because they have home court advantage up here and home ice advantage. That's what you want to call it down in Dallas throughout the entire playoffs and the NBA finals and if they can get there, cross our fingers if they can get there, both of them, and the Stanley Cup. So with that, I will make another video here sometime this week because I am off, and I will chat with y'all later. Goodbye.